Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, wearing clothes, wearing a white pullover with a lot of hentai anime girl faces. Anyway, listen. So today we're gonna start season 12 of the When I Have Spare Time podcast, the Bay season. I picked a K-pop idol from a group called NMIX. She has body parts that are attractive, just like every other girl I've picked. They're all hotties. Anyway, we'll talk more about her later. So anyway, I was walking home from work, and I saw something strange. It said caution. There's a caution sign on a tree. It's like caution, trees dripping sap. I just thought that was strange. Like, has anyone else seen a caution sign on a tree warning people that it's dripping sap? I thought it was a prank or something like that. I'm like, like a prank meaning, you got to be cautious around it. But like every tree had an official looking caution sign warning about the tree sap. I don't know. I find it strange. But anyway, so I had a social moment. I had a moment where I was like, I better not talk. I better leave. Do not interact with people. So, and this happened at work. Okay, and now, for those of you that don't know, I avoid women. I don't interact with women. I don't talk to women. I'm a MGTOW monk. Okay, my life is better. Well, most men's life is better if you stay chick free. Now, if you need to get laid, just pay for it. Just go to an escort, go to an OnlyFans girl, go to a Fansly girl, offer them money. They'll sleep with you because, well, they're prostitutes. An OnlyFans girl is a sex worker, meaning you can offer her money and get some sex. Not saying I've done that, but I have. It works. Listen. Okay, so in the morning at my job, a few people came into work, and one of them was the owner. Okay, the owner is a very attractive blonde, tall, blue eyes, blonde hair, fit, in shape, and she knows she's good looking. Okay, now it's been a long time since I've interacted in a social way with women because I avoid them. I don't like them. Okay, I don't know if I've made that clear enough. They bother me. Okay, and then another thing with women is if you look at them the wrong way, it's like, oh, it's a Me Too situation. If you say hi to a woman and she doesn't like you, she can call the cops on you and say you were harassing her. Now I know those sound like extremes, but it's happened before, where a guy has said hi to a woman, and she claims she was being sexually harassed, all because she didn't like him. Okay, and so I don't want to be in this situation. So I literally ignore. Women have come up to me on the street and tried to start a conversation. I pretend like they don't exist. Okay? And it's happened a few times because there's a certain segment of the population that actually finds me attractive. Okay? So there's a few times women have walked up to me and tried to start, a conversation. I kept my mouth shut, walked on by, or if I was at the supermarket, just continued looking at the product I was looking at and walked away when I was done. I don't have time for the bullshit. Don't have time. My life is great. I focus on my hobbies. I got my music. I got my stand-up comedy. I write. I watch videos from NASA all day. I'm having a blast. I don't have to waste time with some chick or waste money on her. But anyway, because I haven't socially interacted, um, sometimes things aren't gonna go right. So I have to ease myself back in to communicating with people in general. Okay? Because what happens is when you live in isolation, well, I'll give a better example. You ever heard those crazy stories about like whatever, like a family that lived in the mountains and like the dad was like keeping the two daughters in the pig pen and feeding them scraps. And you're like, well, how the hell did that happen? Well, it happened through isolation, and the so-called weird things became more normal and everyone accepted it. Or I've heard other stories where like there's a family that lived in Bakersfield, and they were isolated because like in that town, it could be pretty sparse, and like inside their house, it's like it was all these like weird rules, and like everyone had to dress the same. Like everyone had to wear a red sweater and blue jeans. It was something weird, and like they all ate at the same time. It was kind of like the army where like they all had to eat at a certain time. It was just because of isolation, they didn't have anything to compare their social norms to. And there's been several other cases. I'm just gonna give those two. So I saw everyone talking, okay, and they're having a normal conversation. And so I was gonna open up my mouth, and I thought about what I was about to say. Like I thought, like it's like picture like what I was gonna say came up in like visually in front of me, and I read what I was about to say, and I'm like, I can't say that. So like I swiped that one away, and then like the next thing I was gonna say came up. I read it. Like no, I can't say that either. Like I know enough to know that that's not normal to say. So I just did not say goodbye to anyone. Walked out. So now that so now that's even more weird than the than the first two things I was gonna say. Like I can't win, but at least I didn't say anything that could be considered weird. Okay, I'd rather be the guy that doesn't talk and just walks away than be the guy that says weird shit. At least on the job. So yeah, I'm the guy that doesn't talk at work because I haven't been social for years. I haven't interacted with other people in years. Now, when it comes to interacting with men, well, you can get away with more stuff because, like, men aren't sensitive, men aren't crass. If you accidentally insult a guy, he's not gonna like cry or go to HR or like file a lawsuit against you, whatever. Go on social media, make 1,000 posts about this guy's a creep because men have balls. You know, men are rough around the edges. Men can take a joke. You know, basically, men are just tougher in general, especially mentally. So, like, if someone does say the wrong thing to you, you're not breaking down on TikTok. And I guess there's trade-offs. Like, a woman, average-looking woman, can make, thousands of dollars on OnlyFans. A man can't do that, but granted, a man wouldn't want to do that. Just saying. Slight trade-offs. Um, Mentally stable. That's what men have. Make money on OnlyFans. That's what women have. I think the men are winning this gender war, even if it's a war. So many men are checking out because women are annoying. But anyway, so yeah, I am going back to work in a few days, and if I'm lucky, I'll be working by myself, so I won't have to talk to anyone. I'll let you know how it goes. Anyway, I was thinking about the money that we sent over to Ukraine, and I know I talked about this the other day. And you know what I came to the I came to this conclusion. Why should I even care? Because my tax dollars that they used for all this crap is probably like $20. That's the conclusion I came to. And I was like, I was an idiot for even complaining. Like literally. Like I didn't work all of last year. I think I I think for the past 2 years I've only worked 2 weeks. Like, why am I complaining about the money U.S. is sending to Ukraine? It's not my money. Like I literally have worked 2 weeks in the past 2 years of my life. Can you believe that? and I'm and I'm sitting here bitching about the government using our tax dollars when not a dime of it was mine. Like literally not one dime of mine has been sent to Ukraine. And I was like, you could have fixed home. You could have solved homelessness. You could have ended world hunger. Those are my tax. No, actually, it's not my tax dollars. I haven't worked in 2 years. Been doing nothing. Watching YouTube vids. So subscribing to OnlyFans and then quitting when the free subscription period runs out. Okay? I've been riding the fine line of being an OnlyFans subscriber because I was like, free month, and I got out just in time. Just in time. Bitches ain't gonna get me. Anyway, I've said enough. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later. Peace.